YouTube, it's Julie. Welcome back to Row & Co Farms. Today we're going to be using these old fence boards to do a raised bed project in our new garden space. We need some additional raised beds, and so we're going to use these leftover offcuts from a fencing project that we had. Now a lot of them are very similar in size. We have like a longer piece and a shorter piece, so this was the perfect thing to use for these beds because we needed some longer and shorter pieces for that. So we just kind of customized it a little bit and made all the pieces the same size so that we could to make all the beds the same. So this is going to work out great. Recycled project and new garden beds at the same time. Hey guys, so these are the parts that we're using to build our raised bed. It's a really simple design. It's made out of 1x6 treated boards. I know some people worry about things leaching into their beds with treated wood, but it's very, very, very minimal, and I'd rather have my beds last a little bit longer in the weather. So basically we're going to just be stacking 3 boards together to make our sides and our ends. You can kind of see the basic outline there, and then we're going to use these posts in each corner to drill all the pieces into and to give it stability. And then the last thing is just a box of deck screws. These are coated deck screws. They're 2.5 inches long, and those usually last a long time. They don't rust out, so we like these. So you're gonna watch me put this thing together now. It shouldn't take very long, and we'll have a raised bed ready to put in some dirt and plant some stuff. So as you proceed with building the raised bed, you just take your corner support pieces. That's those 4x4 pieces that I'm touching right there. And then you just lay the sideboards flat on there and just screw them down. I'm using a really easy basic design. I can't do a lot of fancy engineering. I can do basic cuts and basic drilling and screws and stuff like that. So that's what I used here. It's very, very simple. Now that I had the sides assembled, I had my daughter come out and help me just hold the sides up because they were hard to hold steady while I was attaching the last few pieces. So as you can see, the dogs and everybody came out to help too. But this worked out really well, and it was the last final step to getting these beds assembled.
Well, here it is, the finished product. Pretty happy with how that turned out. You can see the inside. It's really basic, guys, basic. Nothing fancy. I do not know how to do fancy stuff. It's basic cuts and screws with some simple bracing. You can make this whatever size you like. I only made this, I think this is 7 by 40. And the only reason, 7 feet by 40 inches, sorry, I don't know exactly what that is. So, and the only reason we did that was because this was just some leftover boards that we already had that had been cut down when we built some of our fencing. And so I just kind of cut them all to the same size. That was close. And this is the size we're going with. I have a whole lot of pieces like this, so I'm gonna make several more beds to go down through here in this area. I'm really pleased. So now we're gonna do our process where we fill the bottom with cardboard, logs, leaf mulch, and then our compost on top. And then we can plant. Really excited. All right guys, hopefully this is something you feel like you could do at home. It's pretty easy. You can use scrap wood, you can buy pieces from Home Depot or Lowe's. But it's a pretty simple project. If you go longer than like 8 or 10 feet, you may think about putting another brace into the center. Just one of those little 4x4 braces, because it will start to bow out because of the weight of the soil. So just something to think about. All right.
Well, now that we got the first one built, we're gonna add a few more in. We had enough lumber to build a total of 7 raised beds. So that's gonna be a great addition to our garden space this summer. Well, they're all done. We finally got it finished and they look really good. Now, in the next few weeks, I'm gonna be adding in, of course, all the dirt so that I can actually plant into these beds, but then we'll be adding some different trellising systems as well so that we can grow lots of different vegetables on trellises and archways. Oh, I'm really excited, guys. This looks even better than I thought. So I didn't get any actual video of us putting up the trellises, but here you can see the trellises have been installed and they are going to make the most beautiful archway. So when we walk down this path, it's going to be covered with flowers and beans and cucumbers. It's going to be great. Can't wait for you guys to see it. If you like today's content, please like and subscribe, and we hope to see you again next time. Thanks, guys.